Hey speakers, Terilee Harrison here for another edition of Supporting Speakers Live, where you know I am passionate about supporting speakers everywhere. I am delighted today to bring you an amazing connector and resource that I know you're going to be delighted to meet. Steve Gaston's with me today. Welcome, Steve.
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you are globally. It's great to be here, Terilee. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's my delight to have you today. I'm so excited to introduce all my speaker friends to Steve. If you don't know him yet, I was introduced to him back in COVID, and someone said, that I was in networking and Steve was in networking, and I just had to meet him. And boy, am I glad I did. I'm going to introduce you a little more formally, Steve. But Steve is all about helping businesses be better. And so he believes that you have to learn more to earn more, and that every part of a group of businesses that he's involved in has that purpose at its core. He's about business relationships and business development. He believes they should be affordable to all, and it's Steve's mission to create the access to business owners globally. Boy, have I found that to be true. I love everything that you're up to, Steve. So glad you're here today. We might be buffering, guys.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. Thank you, Terilee.
Oh, you were so welcome.
We are buffering a little bit.
Yeah, I think we might be buffering a little bit. Let's see how we do here. Let's see how we do. Steve is here today for my speaker friends, and he has some resources for you. They're going to be all about networking and business development. And those are two key areas that we cannot ignore as speakers, right? We can't ignore our networking everybody knows that I am passionate about helping speakers, build that speaking business and increase their income while they increase their impact. It's not just being on stage, it's about them benefiting too. And I know that you're passionate about that as well, Steve. Yes?
Yes, exactly as you said. There's so many business owners out there and speakers, and they think they just need to do one little thing. They have to look at the whole picture and make sure they've got every little part of that pizza, as we say, bring it all together to make sure they're being effective. And the main thing is making money and doing business. It's so important that you're actually getting a reward for what you're putting in. And it's understanding if you've got all those bits around you and all feeding you, then you can be the success that you deserve to be.
So amazing. So everyone, I don't know if you know, Steve is actually a global speaker himself. Tell a little bit about some of the speaking that you do. I'm very impressed with some of the things that you're up to yourself.
I've been very, very fortunate, and through my career, that I used to DJ internationally, globally for 10 years on tour, which was fantastic for a major brand. I can't see their name, but they were a massive brand, and I was very fortunate. But while I was doing that, I was actually speaking in different places that time, doing some radio. And then when I retired at 30 and came back 30 and at 32, I just said, let's take those talents and let's see what I can do for business development. And then, fortunate, as I said, to be asked by one of BNI speakers globally. I've been speaking at national conventions, especially during COVID, when it's easier for us to be there. I'm in Glasgow, and I've been speaking in Hong Kong and Malaysia and Philippines and the UK as well, and a few other different countries to help their members get the benefit of how to use effective networking and business development. And then also speaking at other networking organizations globally and asking me to come along and see what we can do to help their members just get those little golden nuggets. I've spoken at Grand Connection in Canada. I've been speaking with other networking organizations in Australia, South Africa, Costa Rica. Fantastic to have that opportunity to help business owners globally. And if I can, even if they just learn one little nugget from me, I feel happy about that, which is good.
Well, it's been a pleasure for me to be able to hear you speak and have you speak for me as well. And so, speakers, when I invite Steve to share these resources to you, I want you to know he's one of us, right? So he gets you as a speaker. He understands what the speaker life is like. And so he has 3 resources for you that I think that you're all going to love to hear about. And the first one is I've been blessed to be a speaker at the Masterclass sessions, but tell us all about the Masterclass sessions and how that could benefit our speakers.
Thank you, Terilee. Yeah, the Masterclass sessions is very, very close to my heart because it was one of the sort of projects that I took on board to change the world. I wanted to help make sure that phenomenal speakers like yourself, who are normally hidden by the blue chip companies and the companies that pay the big dollars, and I said, I want to throw a curveball in there. I want to bring great speakers like yourself to the business communities from entrepreneur level. They're just starting business, to SMEs, and if the big blue chip companies want to get involved. But the reason we've done what we're doing at Masterclass sessions is making it affordable for all. The importance is that it's a subscription-based service, and the subscription is huge, as in the content that you get, because if you subscribe today, you get access to all the recordings going back to October 2020. Yours being one of my favorite, of course, which was absolutely fantastic. It means you can watch all the recordings from October 2020. Also, as part of the Masterclass sessions, it's also about the business development side. And then we work hard, we should also play hard, and we should also rest hard. And so everything the Masterclass session is there. We have great speakers. We've also got the corporate responsibility part, that we plant a tree for every member, and then I give a holiday to every member as well. Up to the value that's about £1,500 that you can use in 30 odd countries. It's a voucher you can use for your accommodation, and it's 4-star accommodation you get. So I think it's so important that we educate, we utilize it, we take action, but also we should rest and we should play. And that's what makes to me, if you don't do that, you're going to burn out. But the Masterclass sessions, we bring the best of the best at an affordable price for all. And it's once a month, except for January, because I'm on holiday in January's.
So Masterclass sessions are definitely an excellent way for speakers to come and get education and from different aspects of their businesses, from key education trainers and coaches around the world. So I love that one, Steve. That's an excellent resource. So then tell us next, because we're going to move into some networking. I talk about some networking resources. Tell us about Go Connections.
Yes, again, there's a theme. I've been very fortunate in life, and everything we do, the business owners deserve to get access to quality, and without having to pay large amounts of money. And there's many networking organizations out there globally. And I always say, even you've heard me saying this, but I do a keynote about effective networking. You should be swimming in 4 ponds. 4 different areas you should be networking in, but one of them should be making sure you're surrounding yourself with people similar mindsets to yourself. And then one of the next ponds is networking up. Network with people who are better than you. But sometimes it's very difficult to find those ponds without spending a lot of money, and sometimes it's not effective enough. So what myself and my co-founder Steve Bottenberg did, we pulled together our ideas of what we thought effective networking should be. And we started off with just 6 events in the UK called Go Connections. It was Go Connections branded. 3 weeks after that, we decided, we could be better than that. And then we moved it to think, how can we add other countries? So we've added USA, we've added South Africa this month as well. But the most important point about the Go Connections branded events, it's only £15 sterling a month. No contract. You can pause your contract anytime, you can cancel that. But for £15 or $18 if you're in the States, you can access to all the events, not just 1 or 2. So you can go to all the different events, the Go Connections branded ones for £15. And the people that are coming along, there's so many free networking out there, and you and I know free networking are full, I call them tire kickers. The people that, they don't really want to network effectively. Some of them are like coffee clubs. We want people to do business, to build relationships, to collaborate, and to grow as business owners. And if you're in that platform where you can meet people with that same mindset, that they know it's not free, so they have to turn up, but it's cost effective, so it's not hitting their pocket that well, we're already seeing massive results. And we passed our first birthday in May. So we're already roughly about 1,000 members already, which is fantastic globally.
Nice. I'm sure that's going to grow and grow. And so Steve, you can see when I talked about he wants to help businesses do better. Here he is offering all this value at such great prices, right? To be able to connect you from people all around the world. So let's move into the last resource and tell us about the global collaboration, because I know a lot of speakers that they don't want to just be local, they want to be global. So tell us about this.
That's right. And again, 3 weeks later from the previous 3 weeks, we're on week 6 of Go
We're on week
Connections.
6, okay?
Yeah, week 6, I thought, we could do better again. And I said, what could we really do? And I started thinking, I never have competition. There's no such thing as competition in the world of business. There's collaboration. If we could get the word collaboration into the English dictionary, that'd be very good.
Ooh.
We should be collaborating with a competition. And a lot of business owners don't realize that sometimes there's clients they don't like, sometimes, and it's collaboration is key. So we said, what could we do to take that on board into the networking world? And we had a few friends like yourself and that have other networking organizations, and they're small, some are large, but we're all online. We said, what if we brought them all together? What if we brought them all part of a massive hub, with a central point being Go Connections as the hub, but every single one of the collaborative partners that come in bring their members in, but that means that every member gets access to everybody else's events as long as they're paying someone in the networking groups. So if someone was paying us at Go Connections, they could go to, say there's another organization called TDBCA in ours, so they can go to their other events. And if I remember, I know you know it yourself, there's V-Team, there's also MBX, there's a whole load of other ones in America, Mink Life or some of our corporates, they come and they go to our events, we go to their events, but there's no extra money changing hands.
Yeah.
So if whatever you're paying your community, because there's certain other values of each other networking group globally, they've got their own things that make it different from everybody else, but it means that they're only paying once. They're not having to pay 3, 4, 5 different networking fees to get access to the extra people and the great opportunities. It's one payment and access for all. And now we've got over 120 networking events per month. Wow. that you can choose from. And we're bringing in more collaborative partners, more and more and more as we're going through. We've got 12 at the moment. We've got another 5 that we're interviewing just now. We make sure that they're perfect and a good fit for everyone. But the main focus is collaboration and making sure we look after all our members to give them more opportunity to meet new people, to meet other people, find that pond, as we said, find your 4 ponds, but still only being affordable, again, because it's so important. Cash flow is king, and we want to make sure they're using their time effectively and also spending their money effectively as well.
So y'all see what an out-of-the-box thinker Steve is. It took him 6 weeks to come up with that idea. I'm sure there's lots of other ideas cooking. I can tell, y'all can tell that was only 6 weeks. So he has these different offerings, the Masterclass sessions, Go Connections, and then as he shares about like the global collaboration. So Steve, by the way, speakers, I'm going to recommend you connect with Steve. Go find him on LinkedIn. I know he would love to connect with you. You can tell him that you met him through me. And Steve and I even network together every week. He's a very important person in my life. He's a networking partner, and someone that I just think the world of. In fact, several of our networking partners all gathered at a conference in Denver over the weekend, and we kept saying our next stop is to see Steve. So we'll have to figure out when that's going to be. So I know Steve has something for you. He would love for you to come and experience what everything's about that he is offering. So Steve, tell us. I know you have a golden ticket and a 3-month trial. Tell us all about that.
That's right, Terilee. I'm my offerings. I don't know if I can paste them in the comments or not.
We'll get them in the comments for sure.
What I want everyone who's watching this stream either live or watching the recording, I want you to experience both platforms. So I'm going to give you a golden ticket to come to the Masterclass sessions. There's one next Thursday which is going to be absolutely stratospheric. You can, if you want to see who that is, it's coming to speak next week, Terilee, you can. But if you can't come next week, you can come to next month. So you've got a golden ticket. The link will be going there. And also, we're going to give you a 3-month free trial to the Go Connections branded events. So there'll be a free trial link there as well. So all you have to do, click the free trial, fill it in, click the golden ticket, fill it in, and be my guest at both of the platforms, which I'm sure you'll love, and meet great people and collaborate and really, really get a benefit from both the content of Masterclass sessions and the networking opportunities that you'll get. And the branded events and Go Connections just now are just said it's UK, USA, and South Africa. There's events every week on them. So it's 18 events you can choose from over 3 months. But there we go. So I'm just working out how I can type in the comments.
You know what? There's a private chat, and if you send it on over to me, I can make sure that they get in the comments, and we'll follow up too. So very generous gifts, Steve, for us to be able to get a look at what you're up to and to be able to experience this. I really feel that it's something that all our speakers can benefit from for sure. So we'll make sure that those comments, that the links are in the comments, everybody. And I thank you, Steve, for your time. I know you're very busy, and I appreciate you coming and speaking to our fellow speaker friends as they're looking for amazing resources and connections to help them move their speaking business forward. And as we close out, I just want to remind everyone, we are excited to have you join us inside of our free Facebook group. It's called Supporting Speakers Everywhere. Come and join us at supportingspeakers.group. We would love to connect. We're a group of speakers who are helping to collaborate with each other, share events, share resources, and like resources, great ones like Steve. So Steve, thanks for being with me today on Supporting Speakers Live. I truly appreciate it.
Fantastic. Thanks very much. And just one thing I want to add on the Go Connections platform.
Yeah.
We're adding an events page for our members to put their events on soon. So that's a little extra. So for speakers out there, it'd be great to have you come along and for me to meet you and see who I can introduce you to in the speaking world, because I'm out there just like you. You never know when I bump into someone who's looking for what you talk about, and then I can say, I know someone who does that.
So good. So good. Steve's an amazing networker, guys. You would be, you would do yourself a favor if you reach out and see how you can help each other. So we have our golden ticket link in the chat. We have in the comments, we have our Go Connections information for our trial. And so Steve, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for coming by, and we'll see you all again soon at Supporting Speakers Live. Have a great week, everyone.